Get ready for some sugar and hilarity in this episode of the Vodkast. Greetings and welcome back to another Snappleicious episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, Geycen Oliveira. Today on the menu is finally in my sweet little hands today is the Swedish Fish and the Sour Patch Kids Snapple collaboration. What I found interesting as I was examining these bags before we started filming today is the fact that the flavors mock each other. So I don't know if that's the right term. Follow each other, whatever. Doesn't really matter. You got fruit punch, you got pink lemonade, and then you got something... Mango Madness. I don't know how maddening it's going to be. I hope it's going to be delicious, though, because for the time it's taken me to find these, I swear these were announced like before the kids were out of school last year. I swear it was sometime in May or something like that. A lot of times that happens where things get announced like months ahead of time, and I put it on my grocery list, and I look, and I look, and I look, and I never find them. But I just happened to be going around the corner at Walmart, and they had a whole display of these right on the edge. You'd almost miss them if you weren't kind of like, I guess you wouldn't miss them. They're pretty brightly colored. So they grabbed my attention, and I was super excited to put them in the carriage, bring them home, and now we get to review and demo them. So without further ado, I'm going to start busting into these while I flap my gums. And guys, if you are loving the content that I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider subscribing to the channel? It would be a huge help to me, and I would love to have you join the Vodcast army as we move forward, marching towards 1,000 and the road to 50, which is getting closer and closer. How'd you guys like the roast to 50, huh? That was a good time. I really enjoyed doing that. I screwed up with the recording of it. I meant to film all right, so the way the way I can't think straight right now. The way that Zoom works is there's two ways you can film. You can film to your computer or you can film to the cloud. Now, if you film to your computer, I think you have to change some settings that I have not changed. You really don't care about this. But if you're interested in learning all about recording Zoom meetings to the best quality, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so we got our three here. I'm going to assume fruit punch. This has got to be the Mango Madness, and this is the pink lemonade. That was easy to identify. I appreciate that. These colors are similar in the bag, though. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. Maybe if you'd done a green one or a blue one. Blue always gets me excited. Whenever I see a new blue candy or a new blue thing, for example, I've been desperately seeking the blue milk, the Star Wars milk crossover. Anywho, haven't found that, but blue is an interesting color to add to something because there aren't a lot of blue foods. There's purple, you got grapes and stuff like that, and I guess blueberries, but blueberries are kind of purple too, in my humble opinion. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got the Mango Madness. We got the pink lemonade, and we got... yeah, that's the fruit punch. Coming up soon, we are going to be having the late night ice cream treat by Turkey Hill. I'm not sure what they're actually called because I don't have it in front of me right now, but I did find them in the store the other day. They were very inexpensive too. They were under $3. It was like $2.90 something, which you don't normally see with ice cream. Usually ice cream starts around $4.99, $5.99, and it's out of control. Bluebell at Walmart's like $8.69 or something like that. If you want a deal, go to Aldi. They've got it for $7.99. That's why I don't eat a lot of ice cream. Oh, I do eat a lot of ice cream, but it's usually cheap, shitty ice cream. I don't eat a lot of cheap, shitty ice cream. Let's just get to this review and demo. I think I'm going to start with the Swedish Fish. Now, I will say right off the bat, when I think about Swedish Fish, I don't want other flavors involved. Like the lingonberry is such an amazing tasting flavor that I don't want it interrupted by anything else. So needless to say, this isn't going to taste like lingonberry. This is most likely going to taste like Mango Madness. So let's start with the Mango Madness. We'll do both, I guess. I don't know how we should do it. Should do one side, the other? I think we'll do the flavors, and then we'll figure it out. Here we go! There's nothing maddening about that. The Mango Madness is really good. I take back what I said. This doesn't need to be in a fish form. Like this company, the Swedish Fish Company, could have just released like Swedish squirrels and done like what am I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about. Anywho, that's really good. Let's try it in the Sour Patch form. Here we go. That had a lot more flavor than the Swedish Fish one, as I expected. Sour, almost leaning towards the extreme Sour Patch Kids. It's that sour, but really good. I love sour. There's nothing sour enough in this world for me. If you can find something sour that I can't tolerate, I'll be impressed, because I've done the world's sourest candy, and it was rough, but I enjoyed it until I get to the middle. The middle was gross, like the actual flavor of the candy. Okay, so other thing I will say is this adds the Sour Patch Kids add the sugar on the outside, the sour malic acid, whatever the hell it is. But you still get that sweetness on the inside, which is really nice. I'm really torn between the two of those, which I like more, because this was just the flavor, which I appreciated. I liked it. It was a good flavor. They invested a lot of time and energy. The red, white, and blue, I just opened a pack of those recently. I was going to do chocolate-covered ones with them that I never got around to. But I found that with those, they had very little flavor differential except for the lemonade one. So we will move on to the pink lemonade, Swedish Fish first, and we'll see what we think about that. Down the hatch. All right, what I find interesting about that is that had less flavor than the Mango Madness, a lot less flavor. There was no sharpness to it. When I think of lemonade, I think there's going to be a tang, a tartness, a sourness to it. But it really wasn't there. It's not bad. It tastes okay. But like the red, white, and blue, like I said, like the blues, I couldn't really taste much of them. What I could taste, I liked, but it could be because the bag was very expired too. So I won't hold that against them. But nonetheless, I really do prefer the actual Lingonberry original Swedish Fish over all the ones that I've tried so far. Let's try the pink lemonade in the Sour Patch Kid. I'll let you know what I think about this. I'm betting this is going to be a little bit more tart and tangy. I think this is going to win the battle between the two. Better, but I don't know if I'd say much better. Obviously, I love the sour on it. That definitely increases, its ability to defeat this other one in battle. But then when I get to the middle, I was expecting a little bit more. It definitely had more flavor than the Swedish Fish, but not enough to make it a world better. It was better, but just not way better. And lastly, let us try the Fruit Punch Swedish Fish first. Fruit Punch. Let's talk about Snapple before we move on to these the last two that we're going to take a look at here today. When I was a kid, I never drank Snapple. There weren't as many flavors of Snapple back in the day, and they came in a glass bottle, which I believe they just changed over the last 3 or 4 years. But I was never a big fan, and then my friend Rob, he would go to the store, would go to Christie's or Store 44. If you're from Taunton, Massachusetts, you know what I'm talking about. And he would get like 2 bottles of peach iced tea. And I thought, that's so gross. Like, why would you want to drink that? Like, I hated tea up to that point in my life. I still don't like tea. But then I tried one of his and I realized, okay, this is just sugar. It was very good. The flavor was amazing on those. However, my favorite Snapple of all time, and for the love of God, Snapple, if you're watching, would you please, for me and my friend Jess of Cryptid Bits with General Tidbits, if you want to check out her channel, there you go, right there. Bring back the apple pie Snapple. It was amazing. Like, I remember I found it like after the season at like a Big Lots, and I was like, I'll try this. I like, fruity things and crazy flavored stuff. So I tried it, and I was blown away by the flavor of it. Like, it tasted like there was bits of like the crumb in there. It tasted like an apple pie. It didn't taste like a faked flavor. Anywho, that's my Snapple story. Here we go with the old Swedish Fish Fruit Punch. Echo, stop. My laundry timer is up. Though it does have some medicinal qualities about it. Wow. I don't even know if I'd call that fruit punch, but whatever that flavor is excitingly good. I feel like it's almost a hybrid between an original Swedish Fish and the Fruit Punch Swedish Fish, only due to the fact that I'm tasting lingonberry in there, unless wherever they make these, lingonberry is included in their Fruit Punch and it's lingonberry forward. I'd say that's my favorite out of the 3 here. Mango coming in second, obviously. And, well, before we get to scoring, let me eat the last one, the Sour Patch Kid Fruit Punch. Super excited to try this, because if that was this good, I hope this is even better. Yo, that shit's whack. That's so good. I can't believe this. I'm going to say this, but 2 days in a row, that one is getting a 10. The Fruit Punch, Mango Madness in here are really good. Pink Lemonade is not bad. I would say if I was going to score the Pink Lemonade, I'd give it a 7. The Mango, I'd give an 8. Over on this side, I'm going to give this a 9.5. That Fruit Punch, it would have probably been a 10 until I tried that. Adding the sour to it, holy hell, that's just my favorite sour candy of the summer. As summer leaves us, I will leave you with, that's my favorite sour candy of the summer. That's really good. And this is my second favorite Swedish Fish of all time. That gets a 9.5. I'm going to give that a 6. I just wasn't impressed in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to give this one a 9 because the Mango Madness is just a really good flavor in the Swedish Fish as well as the Sour Patch Kids. However, it stands out, I think, a little bit more with the Swedish Fish because you don't have that sour to dig through. So that's the size of it. I'm really excited I get a chance to find and review and demo these for you guys today. So if you guys are loving the content that I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hitting that little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today, tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more snapplier. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love. Never let your inner child die. Ooh. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 50. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.